SoCal right now. Got our first rain of the season.
Yeah, it was bad.
Devastated some areas. So, again, initial thoughts for everybody in SoCal right up the 101.
Yeah, Montecito.
With the mudslides. Just want to get that out of the way. And
Yes.
I know we try to bring people laughter and stuff to the show. And, it's a podcast I want you guys to listen to and feel good and laugh after it. And I know you don't like bringing up bad stuff, but our thoughts got to go out to those people that lost their lives.
Those families' lives.
And that's right. That's literally an hour and a half away from us, Knocker.
Yep. Terrible thing.
But back here, guys, once again, me and Knocker, just me and the Pops shooting the shit once again. Renee will be back hopefully next week. We had to move these shows to Thursday because I had an animal issue.
Yes, you did.
Yesterday, so I put my animal first, which I don't usually do, but I guess I had to. It's getting old. But you guys can call the show tonight. 626-208-9040 is the number. Knock, we kind of dim the lights in here. It's a little nostalgic in here a little bit, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like it's man cave-ish right now.
I know,
with the
right?
lights and stuff. Especially after Knocker shot beer all over the table right before the show, Knocker.
That was
You want to
hilarious.
explain to the listeners what happened before the show?
I'm still sick. It's been a month. It's been a month now, and I'm still dragging this stupid head cold cough thing around. So before the show, we're just kind of, checking shit out. He's showing me some videos or whatever. And, I take a little drink of a beer, and I got a cough. Can't stop it. So I cough and just spew beer
everywhere,
all
man.
over the table here. Our
all over the
Sportscast
table, dude.
Josh had just polished it, whatever.
Dude, just clean today.
And there's beer, just spit everywhere. So I naturally had to clean it again. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen again on the air. But
it was funny as shit,
if
though.
it does,
I wish
bear
I had
with
that
me.
on camera,
Right?
man, because it was seriously, Knocker. You had some yardage on that thing. You went everywhere. A lot going on in today's show. We've got, obviously, the divisional playoffs in the NFL, Knocker. We've got the national championship game that we just had.
Yes.
And you've got some thoughts on the referees, I should say,
yes.
in that game. We'll get to plenty of that. We'll cover the national championship game. But, again, congratulations to Alabama. Nick Saban. What is that, 6 now, Knocker?
That's 5 in the last 9 years.
One with
and
LSU.
One with LSU, yeah.
So we'll talk about that. Also coming up on the show, I've got my one rant that I'll open up the show here with in just a second.
Cool.
NFL Knocker. We've got a lot going on. We've got a Patriots Days of Our Lives at the Patriots Knocker that's going on.
It's getting ridiculous. It truly is.
It's getting pretty bad, man. With it, I think that I don't understand. It's just clickbait material shit.
Right.
Like it is. And I know I posted up because it is stuff, but I really don't care if we get clicks or not. Maybe I'm not out there to get your clicks. I don't care if you like it, click on it, watch it. But Knocker, when these ESPN guys are just throwing out stuff that just really has no relevance, I don't care. Because you know what they continue to do? Win Super Bowls and championships and AFC championships.
Right, they continue to win, so.
We'll talk about that. Also coming up, Jerry Rice, Charles Woodson had some stuff to say about John Gruden. I think you'll want to chime in on. Also coming up, did the Raiders break the Rooney Rule? And I've got something to say on that as well. We've got buy or sell coming up. Knocker top 15 free agents coming in next season.
All right.
Play a little game called buy or sell these players. So play that. Cole Beasley drops his first rap album.
Nice.
Are you excited for that, Knock?
Couldn't be more excited by a long-haired surfer boy-looking white dude dropping a rap album.
It's fucking fantastic, right? We're going to play you that. So
what
if
could
you
be
guys
better?
are waiting around, like if there's any much of a tease that you're waiting for, that's the one, I think. It's called 80 Stings. That's what it's called.
Oh, my God.
80 Stings. So we'll get to Shot of the Week, Knocker.
All right.
Also coming up, I don't know what's happening. The world might be coming to an end. I have agreed with Stephen A. Smith again.
You're kidding. Twice? In 3 weeks? Twice in 2 weeks. Wow.
It's pretty sad. I
Wow.
don't know if it's sad if he's coming around.
What an idiot.
I usually say that, Mark Long, but right now, I think Stephen A. Smith has got a point. So we're going to get to all that. Wild World of Sports, Coachella, got a little news on that. Some viral videos that Knocker hasn't seen, so I love getting his reaction to the viral videos. So, Knocker, I know you were you in Palm Springs over the weekend?
Yes, I was.
That's your little runaway place, isn't it?
Yes,
Where
it is.
You and Wendy like to go and hide away in Palm Springs
Absolutely.
out there.
Yes.
You had a good weekend gambling. I heard we were just talking inside. After your delicious albondigas that you just cooked. I will give that
Thank you
plenty
so
of
much.
praise. It was delicious.
Homemade album, yes. It's fantastic.
Fucking delicious, people.
Right?
It was so good.
You're all missing out.
It was so good.
But yeah, we went down there on Thursday night.
Yep.
Stayed till Monday. Had a rough night at the tables on Saturday, but your mom
Bounced back like champions?
Like champions on Sunday, but won it all back. So we came home with about as much money as we left with, and we were there for 5 days. So I'd say that's a winning weekend.
That's technically
Played some
winning
golf.
when
It's
you
winning,
go
yeah.
gamble, right? I mean, if you could come back with the same amount of money, you
Yep.
gambled, you have fun, you pay for your drinks, your dinners.
Yep, dinner, everything.
You are winning in that
Entertainment,
situation.
yep, play some
Yes.
golf.
Wow,
Beautiful-
winning.
Yes, Charlie, that is true.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah.
And, like a champion, January 1st, I got all my vacation days back, all my FMLA days back, all my kin care days back. I basically get...
You don't work in the rain.
I've made a vow that I will never
You have
work in
vowed
the
to
rain.
me, like it was actually a few years ago, right? When did you take that vow?
About 2.5 years ago.
2.5
So,
years
yeah.
ago,
Mhm.
you said no more.
Well, no, I won't. I won't work in the rain.
You won't
I will
do it again.
Call out sick. I will do whatever
You will
it takes.
always take out sick days.
Yes.
For rain days.
So coming home Monday, like I said, I just got my vacation days back. I believe I get 43 days off a year. So
that's fucking ridiculous.
it sounds like a lot in January,
AT&T Union.
right? Sounds like a lot in January.
Fucking
Come October,
crazy.
where there's only 2 left. Where'd they all go?
Yeah, you always come down to Christmas and you're like, shit, honey, I've got to work Christmas Eve because it rained
Right.
too much this season. When El Nino hits, Knocker's got to take a lot of fucking sick days.
Yeah, that's true. But so we were driving home Monday. And we hit the rain in Redlands, and it was raining at the house.
Yeah.
And I looked at the weather report for the next day, and it was basically 100% where I work. So, yeah, I took Tuesday off too,
All right.
and it was a good thing because it poured. It
Yep.
rained hard.
O-Dog chimes
on
in,
Tuesday.
says here, has you guys can follow me on Twitter, at Real Josh Pacheco, at Bud Knocker on Twitter. O-Dog chimes in, has Josh Pacheco lost his mind, agreeing with Stephen A. Smith twice in 2 weeks?
Yes.
I know people. It's true. And Knocker actually agrees,
I'm-
right? Like, you're on... Are you
Yeah.
on the same page?
Oddly enough, yes, I am, and I
you are.
couldn't be more shocked. In the works of Clark Griswold, if I woke up tomorrow with my face sewn to the carpet, I could not be any more surprised.
Such a good movie. I missed
Right?
that movie. All right, Knock. Well, let's get to my opening rant, my opening, I guess, whatever you want, monologue, whatever you want to call it.
Do it.
Knocker, you played many a sports in
Yes.
your days. You're familiar with most of the rules of sports.
Yes.
Having coached them, been around them, played them,
Yes.
etc. There is so-called unwritten rules in sports.
Yes, there is.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that something you've heard when you were? Was that something you grew up with?
Oh, absolutely. They were more prevalent back when I was growing up. But yes, they're there.
All right. Okay, so last night, I'm sorry, everybody, I'm trying to run the show, so if I get off mic for a couple things, I just want to turn the computer. Last night during the basketball game, which you don't watch, NBA, you have absolutely no idea, right?
No.
Do you even know who's in first place right now? You know the Warriors are good, right?
I know the Warriors are in first place. I know Houston's good. I believe Boston started out real strong.
Okay. I love this, your NBA rundown. Is that what you know about the NBA?
I think San Antonio has a good team. And obviously the Cavaliers.
And LeBron? Okay, no,
and,
that's good
and
rundown.
that's about it.
Okay, that's about it. Well, last night, Knocker, in a game between Houston Rockets and Trailblazers.
Okay.
They're
They're in Portland, right?
in Portland.
Okay.
Yes, very good, very good. Chris Paul, the Houston Rockets were winning, I think, by 9 points, something like that. The game was out of reach.
Right.
12 seconds left, clock is running out.
Okay.
Long story short, Chris Paul runs in, takes a shot, and scores a meaningless bucket when he could have ran out the time. So Lillard comes up to him, which I'll throw up right here. Now you see a picture of it here if you guys are watching again. And his expression on his face, as you can see, Knocker's like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Why the hell would you score that? You're up by 9 points. There's no reason to score that bucket.
Right.
That's an unwritten rule, right, Knocker?
Sure. You just
That
dribble
you're
out
not
the clock.
supposed
The
to
game's
score
over.
if
Sure.
the game is out of reach. Don't put it to the other team per se.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I think that's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why that's bullshit.
Okay.
All these unwritten rules, which I'm going to go over, Knocker, with you, and we're going to discuss them, are bullshit. And I think every professional player, has the right and the privilege to do this, to go against these rules no matter what. And I don't think they should be scorned for it at all. Not one bit, Knocker.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Say Chris Paul is driving for this meaningless basket,
Yes.
okay? And there's scrubs on the floor. Now, why is Chris Paul there with 8 seconds left in a 9-point lead is another topic of discussion. Okay. But what happens if the number 9 guy on the bench is out there, right? And decides, oh, no, and hard fouls him, takes him down.
Then that's fine.
Whose fault is it?
That's Chris Paul going to the hole, and he thinking, wait, does he take him out like on purpose?
Oh yeah, because he's going to try and score a layup when he's
No,
already
the
up
guy
9
gets ejected.
points.
You can't do anything dirty. It's part of the game.
Oh
He's
no,
just
he just
scoring
hard
a
fouls
basket.
him. He doesn't make it obvious.
Does he
he's trying
hurt
to
him?
If he lands wrong, he gets hurt.
No, because that's bullshit, Knocker. Because all Chris Paul's doing is playing the game by the
so's
rules
the other
that are
guy's trying to
given.
block the shot.
No, but a regular block shot, yes, that's okay.
Right.
But you're saying he like drills Chris Paul into the ground.
Well, hell yeah! If you come in the paint in the NBA where I grew up,
Okay.
you're going down.
Okay, Knocker. Let's get a different point than that, because that point doesn't even go with what I'm saying.
Do I think Chris Paul has the right to go make that
Yes.
layup? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, well, let's get some unwritten rules I think are bullshit, and every player that's out there should go against these. And I'm all for it, and I'll support you, and I'll follow you on Twitter right now if you're listening.
Wow.
I will follow every professional athlete that goes against these rules, Knocker. First one up here, don't bunt to break up a no-no. Why the fuck not? If I can't get a hit against you, just because it's an unwritten rule, I'm not supposed to bunt to try and break up your no-no so I don't go down in history as being the team that had a no-hitter thrown against them?
Damn.
Screw that. Bunt the ball, get the fastest guy out there, say, lay one down, kid, and run to first and say, that's it, and lose 10-0. I don't care.
If it's after the 7th inning, it's pretty chicken shit.
Why is that chicken shit?
It just
Please,
is.
callers, listeners, podcast, I want to know why that's chicken shit.
It just is.
Why?
It just is. It just is.
You're making my point here.
You have the right
How
to
these
do it.
unwritten... Is
you
it
do
bullshit?
have the right to do it, but me personally, I would consider it bullshit. But you have the right to do it.
So you're not with me on that. You're going to be against me. I want to know what our tally is. So you're
I'm
going to
be
you're
against you
me?
if it's after the 7th inning.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
the
off
8th or the
any
9th
time.
inning.
Any guy that bunts to break up a no-no, I'll follow you. I'll donate to your organization
Yeah,
right now.
Look at you. Now,
Right
what if
now.
you were the pitcher?
Fuck that. Throw him a curveball up high. See if he bunts again. Get a fastball up in the chin.
I put one in his face.
Yeah, put one in the chin. Back him off. Do a wild thing.
Okay.
All right, next up here, don't steal signs.
Oh, no, that's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
Now, let's preface this with, no, without the camera or the Apple phone or whatever
Yes.
the hell that is.
I'm not saying you can steal signs.
But if you're on second base and
Well,
you
I
can
am saying you can steal signs. I'm not saying you can use it with technology.
right, if you can stand on second base and steal a sign and flash your hitter what's coming, that's part of the game. Always
Right?
has been. Yep.
The guy in second can see what you're doing, or we know, or we've studied your
guys are that
pitcher and they have
lame.
tells.
Yeah.
That's okay, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Part of the game.
If your pitcher hits someone, you get hit. The next guy gets hit. Unwritten rule?
Oh yeah, it's an unwritten rule. Yeah.
Fair or not?
I think it has to be there. I think it's fair. I think
Some
it has to be
pitchers
there.
are wild sometimes. Why is the poor guy that's the number 8 batter got to come up and get hit for no reason?
That's on your pitcher.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one.
Why-
I actually
why
like
are
that.
you
know
hitting
what?
somebody
That's the
knowing
one
you don't
unwritten
have to
rule.
come up?
I think it is because you drilled one of my guys. I'm drilling one of your guys.
Absolutely.
I'm with you.
Now-
tit for tat.
No head hunting.
Tit for tat.
No head hunting. You drill them
No.
in the middle of the back.
No, you get a nice,
And we're done.
Nice upper butt cheek.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like where the fat, right in the back, so you got a nice
Absolutely.
little strawberry. It
You
hurts
put
to
the
move for a couple
MLB
days.
with the seams on the kidney.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
All right, Knocker. Next up here, don't cross the mound in baseball. Unwritten rule.
Huh?
Yeah, don't cross the mound. It's bad luck. Don't cross the mound.
Don't run over it?
Yeah,
Like
don't
for
run
running out
over
to your
it. I say,
position?
fuck that.
Ah,
Run over
screw
that
that.
mound. Run over that goddamn mound.
I agree. Screw
Okay,
that.
Knocker. Now let's move to soccer. You ready for some soccer news?
Soccer news.
All right, Knocker. This in soccer news. Soccer news. Soccer news. That's right, Knocker.
Yeah,
Now,
baby.
Knocker, this is a rule. I don't care if I get the hate, and I don't care if you call me a sorry, ruthless, non-remorseful son of a bitch, because you know what? Kicking the ball out when someone's injured in a soccer field, fuck that. That guy got hurt. You can go down and score. I don't need to kick it out of bounds and wait for him to bring out the magic spray. And then, he's healed yet. I could have taken the ball down and scored.
You mean kick it out on
Bullshit.
purpose to stop the clock?
Yeah, like say we're at midfield. Have you seen this, Knocker, in soccer?
No.
Okay, say we're at midfield and, it's a slide tackle or a guy gets hurt, pulls up with a hamstring, falls to the ground.
All right.
It's customary to kick the ball out of bounds
Oh, hell no.
until the player can get, off the field or someone
oh,
can out and
hell
assist
no.
him.
No. You continue to play.
Yeah, the rule right here. It says usually when someone goes down with what appears to be a legitimate injury, you hear a whistle.
Appears to be a legitimate injury.
On the
How
off,
on earth
on the
would
off
you know unless
chance
his
that
hand's
you
off?
don't, though you do the right thing and kick the ball out of bounds, even if the guy is writhing in pain and isn't on your team. Yeah.
No.
Fuck that.
You keep playing.
Yes.
You play
So
to
every-
win the game.
My new thing for the resolution for 2018, every soccer player that I see on TV or every EPL game that I watch, any guy that keeps the play going after a player is injured, I'm following you on Twitter.
Absolutely.
I'm following you on Twitter.
The referee can stand next to him, protect him.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, what about not yelling to distract infielders, Knocker? Unwritten rule. You can't make any noise if you're on the baseball field. Like, hey, remember in baseball, we were kids. Hey, better swing. Can you say, like, if you're the catcher, can you say anything? Can you talk shit? Like in Major League, can you talk shit behind the plate?
Yeah.
And it's okay, right?
But you might get drilled. But you can talk it. Sure.
All right, what about this one? We saw this in the playoffs. Tossing back the opposing player's home run ball. It's unwritten rule. Happens a lot in stadiums. Catch the ball from the other opponent's team, and you're like, no, throw it back on the field. You know what, Knocker? Fuck that. The chances of ever catching a ball at a ball game, I'm keeping that ball.
Yeah, why not? Keep it, man. What the hell?
Okay, what
You're
about...
not going to change anything by throwing it back. Ooh, you threw it back.
Right? Keep the ball.
You showed him.
Yes. What
Right.
about this golf one here? Don't walk across the green. Unwritten rule.
What do you mean don't walk across the green?
Don't walk across the green. Walking across someone's putting line is such a huge no-no that players generally would rather walk around. So you, for a guy like, say you're lining up a putt, it's about 10 feet out, right? And a guy walks across it. Pissed off or not?
If he doesn't step on my line and I'm not ready to putt, probably not a big deal.
It's not a rule.
No, it's etiquette.
Okay, but it's not a rule.
But if you step on my line, then yeah, we got a problem.
But it's not a rule.
No, it's not.
So why do we have a problem? I'm playing by the rules of the game.
Because you're just being a douchebag. I don't want to play with
No,
a douchebag.
I'm playing by the rules.
Look, shooter.
Look, I'm playing by the
rules.
rules, dude. No, that's not a rule. It's not a rule.
I'll see you in the parking lot.
God, and this
No,
one.
that would bug me. Yeah.
And
if
this
you
one-
stepped on my line, that would bug me.
I think people think I don't have a heart or anything, but
You
some
don't.
some players I don't like in my sport against my sports teams, and when they get hurt, I don't need to stand or clap for it when they get carried off because I don't give a fuck. You got hurt, and I'm gonna win the game.
Damn.
Unwritten rule, Knocker: a fan should stand up and clap when an injured player gets off the field. Knocker, do you have a heart or not? Because there's game. You know we've all been out there. We were in that game. It's tied, and the best player gets knocked the fuck out, and you know he's alive. But you're like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. That's Gronk, and he's fucking burned me, and I'm a Jets fan, and I don't give a shit. I'm glad that sorry son of a bitch is off with a knee injury.
No, you have to have some humanity in this. We're not gladiators. This isn't Rome. Yeah, if a guy gets hurt, dude, you don't want to see people hurt. You want to see a good game where everybody's beating each other's ass. But if a guy's legitimately hurt, yeah, you got to acknowledge the fact that you appreciate the effort that he gave, and you're not happy that he's hurt.
Fuck it, man. Some players I love it when they get hurt. Love it when they get hurt. Sometimes I wish my own players would have get hurt. Des Bryant. Des, I'm talking to you, Des.
Oh, my
So I'm
God.
talking about. All right, Knox. That's my open rant right there. Is you know what?
All right.
Screw the unwritten laws
The
in
unwritten
sports.
rules, okay.
I don't really give a shit.
All right.
All right, now call the show 626-208-9040
Wow.
is the number. I know. God, right after Christmas holiday
No
season,
shit, dude.
open up 2018 with the hate.
You're a mean
And Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the NFL news. Here we go. A lot going on in the NFL. Obviously, we got the divisional playoffs knocker. We just had the national championship game, which we'll get into. Let's start with that. We had Alabama, Georgia, and one of the top 5 games I think I've ever seen in a national championship game, knocker, as far as going back and forth.
It was right
The
up there.
first quarter was pretty slow. That second half might have been the second half in overtime best I've
for
ever
all the
seen.
drama, the quarterback change, and the amount of just flabbergasted at the amount of true freshmen that had critical, plays and so much involvement in a game of that stature.
Yeah.
The game was well played. It was hard fought. I'm just people hate Alabama because of these things. I mean, they came back and won. You cannot take away from the fact that they came back and won, and at that particular moment, after a 16-yard sack, there's no excuse for Georgia to blow a coverage and give up that touchdown. That being said, every critical call in that game went against Georgia. Critical call and or no call. Okay? Change.
You can't punch a player's head down, especially the quarterback.
You can't throw a punch at a player. Even if you don't hit him, the rule states you're supposed to be ejected. 49 Brown from the
48
from the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, from Alabama. Tried to fight his way. Tried to fight Saban.
Tried to punch number 84. Went after the coach. No flag. No unsportsmanlike conduct. Right?
No, he got a 15-yarder.
Did he?
Yeah, he got a 15-yarder, but he wasn't ejected, which he should have been ejected.
Should have been ejected and came up with a big play.
Then the quarterback
on
knocker gets sacked, and I think it was the quarterback, gets sacked, and the player's getting up, and Alabama shoves the player's head down into the ground.
Well, he scrambled, and
I don't care.
near
When
the
you're getting
sidelines,
up, you can't push the other player's head down.
He stood up. There's a taunting rule, and there's an unnecessary roughness rule.
What, the
blocked
punt?
So he doesn't get either. He shoves the guy's head down, clear as day, right in front of the referee.
There.
No call.
Yep.
On the block punt, there's no offsides.
Yeah.
Not only did 3 Alabama players move on the play, and that wasn't called.
On that.
Yep.
But the guy who got in and disrupted the punter was not offside.
No, he was not.
Clearly not
Clearly
offside. Changed the entire complexion of the game. On Alabama's first touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, the wide receiver on the left side leaves a half second before the snap. It's obvious he's on the move across the line before the ball is snapped. A face mask penalty against Georgia in the backfield where everybody can see what the hell just happened. No flag again. Just time and again, every critical play that was there that could have helped Georgia extend their lead or put Alabama in an impossible situation did not get called against them.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to scream sour grapes, but the facts are the facts, and that is what happened, and that is what changed the game. Now, the fact that Georgia blew, a 20-3 lead in the second half of this game to a true freshman who had only played maybe 9 snaps the entire
Knocker.
year.
This throw at the end, the tying touchdown was absolutely amazing on the 4th down. Mm-hmm. That was that
but
throw.
I believe that's one of the ones a penalty should have been called. I believe that's the guy that
throw was
offside.
amazing though. And then in overtime, after taking a sack, Knocker, the freshman Tua, I can't say your last name, Knocker. Do you know what's his last name? Can you even say it?
Tagovailoa.
Tua
Vailoa
etches his name in Alabama history here with this play to win the national championship.
Outside of the pocket and play on 2nd and 10. That's his youth right there.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
Another true freshman. Boom! Cameraman goes down. That was awesome. Didn't see that before.
Unbelievable.
The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
All right, Knocker.
What I loved on the play
Yeah.
is he knew the coverage, and the entire play he's looking to the right, drawing that safety, just inching him over towards the center of the field. At the very last moment, he looks back left. He knows that guy's already there. He knows that guy's already running by the cornerback without even looking based on the coverage, and just throws a fucking dart.
Yeah.
So I love the humbleness, love the player, love the love that Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
and,
you got to respect him
and
after
those
that.
two
Yeah.
were showing for each other. Team sport, you got to love that. The humility, the humbleness of Tua is something to behold for all you players who showboat, all you players that think it's about you, all you players that think that you do this without anybody else's help in an 11-man team sport. Take a note from his attitude and his interviews after the game, the humility. I just love it. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for
You can
that
check.
whole
I think
thing.
it's on my Twitter. I think I retweeted.
And congratulations to Alabama. I mean, what can you say? I mean,
Yeah.
What
can you say?
They won.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of upset Georgia fans. They thought they're going to win the game, Knocker. And I mean, it's been actually a rough year for Atlanta football when it comes to college or NFL, as they both blew leads in big games here. Well, one fan, Knocker, and I've almost been to this point where I could see where this fan decided to take it out on the door. This Georgia Bulldog fan had enough.
Okay.
And I feel bad for the door because, God, it got the crappy out of it. Here we go, Knock.
Foot through the door. Punching the door. Hands through the door.
Oh, Knock.
Man.
He's like, hey, if I'm having a fire and I need someone to rescue me through a locked door, that's the guy I call.
It's one cheap-ass door, though. That's a hollow door. That's certainly not a solid door.
Right? I've been there, though. Like, I make fun of this guy, but I've been there that pissed off before where I wanted to do that.
He deserves it. Look at the cheesy wall this guy has, okay? His TV's above a fake fireplace. It looks like a fake fireplace.
It does look like a fake fireplace.
It's either a fake fireplace or one of those old player pianos. I'm not exactly quite sure.
Yeah.
But
you are one pathetic loser.
This redneck loser.
Yeah, look at that, Knock.
He has cut out 12-pack carton boxes of beer.
Yeah.
Okay, light beer,
Like
Coors
got Natty
beer,
Ice, you got Natty Light,
Ice,
Busch,
Budweiser,
Milwaukee.
and he has taped them collage style to his wall. That's his man cave.
Oh, redneck, man.
And to make it worse, he's got Christmas lights on the inside of his house.
You know how I know that you're gay?
Exactly. Dude, for even thinking that looked cool.
I love when you pick these things out because I didn't even really notice
Look
that
at how
first.
douchebaggy his wall is.
You guys can check this video out
He's
on
got
our Instagram.
Flattened
Sportscast.
out 12 and 18 cardboard boxes, flattened and
Knocker,
pasted
that's great.
to the wall.
That has to be the epitome
with a
of
crappy
just
looking thing of
white trash right there.
lights.
That has to be the epitome of white trash right
That
there.
is so white trash.
Oh my God, that's
dude,
hilarious,
you deserve
dude.
all that. And buy a better door because that was one cheap ass hollow door.
Yeah, because you ain't that strong, bro. You ain't that strong. All right, Knocker. So. So great. I love the wallpapers.
Hey, dude,
and the Christmas lights. What is he in Stranger Things, dude? That's what they do. Like, what the fuck is this?
Christmas lights inside his supposed man cave. Awesome.
Oh, man, that's fantastic,
You're a manly
Knocker.
man.
That's great. All right, Knock. Moving on here. I'm actually going to pass this by just a little bit. I don't want to get too much in it because I think that it's just a bunch of clickbait crap. I know there probably is a little bit to these stories, but I really don't care. Tom Brady, Knocker, and the Patriots drama continues. As a couple reports are out that Tom Brady forced Bill Belichick to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. As we know, he went to the 49ers and won the last 6 games over there.
How does something like that happen? How do you force the greatest coach
Tom
in
Brady
the game
is
at this
pretty
point?
powerful himself. Knocker, he's the greatest quarterback of all
More
time.
powerful than the coach?
Who knows? Is Kraft like
What was
Brady
it-
more
what-
than
what-
Belichick? I don't know.
What was he threatening him with?
You know?
What was he threatening him with?
You're kind of right on that. Like, what?
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, what's Tom gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna leave. Oh, really? You're gonna leave?
Yeah, okay,
You're gonna
Tom.
leave. Okay. Bye.
I do think, though, that Knocker, that the Patriots, and there's another story out there that, you know, Tom's upset for not winning Patriot of the Week when Belichick's parading him in practice, but whatever. I don't care. I think these are stories out there, clickbait stories, trying to get everyone riled up before the playoffs.
Sure.
But, Knocker, I think there's something to the fact that the Patriots traded Jimmy Garoppolo and Brissett, and I think that I really do think Belichick's done at the end of Brady now. I thought he was staying there when Garoppolo was there because he's like, hey, I got my guy. I got my next guy to lead me for the next 5 to 6 years, whatever it is.
Right.
I don't think Belichick stays around for a rebuild because they're not going to get someone in the draft.
But they don't have to rebuild. They never rebuild.
But Tom's can't play forever. No. Tom can't.
No, but there's other quarterbacks.
I just think it was stupid of them to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. I really do.
Well,
I think that was really dumb. Brissett, the kid's okay. Let him go to Indy. I think it was really, they didn't get shit for him. And Garoppolo looks like the next top 5 quarterback out there.
Right, but let me put it to you this way. If Tom Brady is powerful enough to make this happen, okay, then Tom Brady must have told the organization, look, I'm not leaving for another 5 years. So you can keep this kid, and the only way he's going to play is if I get hurt. And I'm not going to get hurt. So bottom line is, you can keep him there on the bench, but unless you're going to trade me or let me walk as a free agent, I'm not leaving. I'm not retiring for another 5 years. So you guys do whatever you got to do.
I just think that there is some there's some validity to these stories because I do think there's so many egos with Brady, with Belichick, with Kraft. These are big. I mean, you don't just get to where you are without having some sort of narcissism to you.
Sure,
And everything
gets
that.
old. I'll give you that. Everything gets old, and I'm sure there's trouble in paradise.
I think there's a little something to
now,
this.
Dan Burlington is convinced that Belichick goes to the Giants.
No, I think that his the guy with the big beard is going to go there. That's the new reports.
The defensive coordinator?
Yeah, the defensive coordinator is going to go over there. God, I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
I know who you're talking
but
about.
Everyone knows who I'm talking about.
The big guy with the big beard.
Belichick's not going over there. He's not going there. I'm telling you right now, he's not going to the Giants. Belichick won't coach, I think, after these Patriots.
Why would he?
Yeah, why? Like, go get paid to go on TV for a week, for 1 day a week.
He's not even going to do that, man. He likes to fish. I don't see him being
he's
a
gonna
commentator.
retire with that blonde girl that he's with and just chill out at fucking Rhode Island somewhere in the Hamptons.
He's going to go to the Bahamas and bonefish for the rest of his life. Man.
So, Knocker, moving on here. We got Bears have a new head coach.
The Bears.
The Bears have a new head coach. His name is Matt Nagy. Replaces John Foxknocker. Not much to this guy. I think he was with the Chiefs, I believe, beforehand, Knocker. And as we know, everyone thinks that Andy Reid's a great coach. People know that I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's a okay coach. I think he's an average coach. I think he's very much overrated. But, he comes from the Chiefs. He's a Chiefs offensive coordinator here, Knocker. And the Chiefs offense, I mean, if you look at it, hasn't been something that, hey, man, look at this guy. I don't know.
It should have been better with the players they had.
I think that
it should have been much better with the players that they had. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, you have Tyreek Hill. You've got
he's 39 years old, Knocker. Maybe he could. They're thinking he could coach up, Mitchell Trubisky over there, the rookie. As we know, though, Chicago's just been a mess.
Yes.
They've just been a mess ever since after the Urlacher days, kind of. They've just been a mess. And even, that space between Ditka, right, after Ditka left. They've just been a mess.
Well, they've been a mess since Ditka left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Nothing's
right?
really happened.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works out for the Bears. Moving on from that, Knocker, because we're going to get to break here in a second. I want to get in the Jerry Rice, Charles Woodson thing here. They're warning Raiders about John Gruden, saying he can be your best friend or your worst enemy. I posted the story up on our website, sportscastlife.com, earlier today. This is a quote here from Jerry Rice when talking about John Gruden. He can be your best friend or your worst enemy. That's going to keep you on your toes, and maybe that was something that the players there were lacking last year. I hope these players are ready because they're going to get Chucky. They're going to get him. Chucky's going to come out. Either you buy in or you're not going to be part of it. You agree with that statement there by Jerry Rice?
Absolutely. And I don't have a problem with it.
You don't have a problem with that?
Not at all. I don't need my coach to be my best friend. I don't need that. I want him to respect me, but I also want a coach. You have to I'm sorry, Josh, but in this league, you have to have a coach that, A, has a strong enough personality to with these high-priced players, these high-paid egos, to command their respect. And you're going to do it my way. This is not politics. This is the Army. There's a chain of command, and it starts with me.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be here, I don't need you. And I don't have a problem with that. I can replace you. Everybody is replaceable. The Patriots have proved that. Everybody is replaceable. They continue to win while replacing some of their star players after 2 or 3 years. They just plug in somebody else who is hungry. And I don't have a problem with that.
Do you think it's a shtick?
With Gruden?
Yeah.
No. I think the media has overplayed it, and I think he's allowed it to happen.
Do you think that he uses it to his advantage?
I think when he was coaching...
To sell himself?
No, I don't think he needs to sell himself. I think he's got a great
You
agent.
think he's like, I want the eyebrow? Like, to me, it's...
No.
Me, Knock, I don't know. I don't want to hate the guy because I genuinely do like Gruden. But to me, it's been getting, I don't know what's the last couple of years with him. It seems like it's getting more stickier, and it seems like it's getting to where, like, he just seems like it's more. Like, on Monday Night Football, like, it's her and this. He's always in a quarterback. It's always... I just think he's more talk and more this show, and it's moving to Vegas. He's getting $100 million. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck wouldn't take the deal?
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's not going to walk into that? And I think his little Chucky smile, like we have, right, like everyone knows him for, he's smirking all the way to the bank saying, you know what? I really can't lose in this situation.
No, he can't. But it's all this hype is media driven. It's all media driven, okay? He got out of coaching young, okay? He didn't go for another 20 years after winning the Super Bowl, right? He got out of coaching young. He goes into the booth where he's supposed to be a personality. ESPN's trying to sell viewership, so who do they look to? What, the guy that he's announcing with? You're gonna try and sell Mike Tirico or whoever the hell he's announcing
or the
with?
new guy. Yeah.
Who the hell are you gonna sell to try and get people to watch? You're selling Chucky. You got a personality, okay? So they tell him,
but
okay,
does
play it up a little.
Chucky equivalent to wins on the football field? Because to his record, it doesn't.
We're going to find out.
It equivalates a 500 record. You're bad in the playoffs, and you took a Tony Dungy team to win your Super Bowl.
Okay, but a 500 record in this league, show me how many coaches are 500 in this league.
I get it. I get the hire.
Show
I think
me.
it's good. I think, and we're in the hey, what's interesting business to talk about. I think it's interesting. We're going to be able to talk about John Gruden and the Raiders from now on.
And
but I just think it's very much overhyped, and I think that this whole Chucky thing it's just like Harbaugh. Like, he wears on you. Like, Harbaugh's attitude wears on you, and I think like everywhere he's gone, he's worn on you. He wore out his welcome in Tampa. He got traded by the Raiders.
He's a 6-7 year coach, tops.
Yeah, so that's what, you know what? To me, this is like a bad baseball contract, like the Pujols. The back end of this deal sucks. Because last 4 years, this deal is going to be, hey, Gruden, he's worn his welcome. It's going to be a lot of tension.
He probably won't even be there, and they don't care. What they see right now, this is what Oakland sees right now, and this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in that general manager's office right now, look, we've got players. We've got players.
We've got a quarterback
under contract.
Yeah, we've got young
We've
players.
got one of the best quarterbacks. We've got a left tackle who's an all-pro.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some good players on defense. What we don't have is attitude and discipline. If we're going to win, we're going to win in the next 4 years. Something has to happen dynamic right now. We can't wait 8 years. I don't care if we got to pay him the last 4 of these years. He's not coaching here. But we're moving to Vegas, so money's not an issue. We need to win.
Yeah.
We need to win now. So I'm going to look around out there. Okay, who's going to give me that bang? Let's try this.
Yeah, like I don't blame. I just think that honestly, Knocker. I think he'll make them better, but I still don't think they win a Super Bowl.
Well,
he's
in a division that he can win.
And another thing, he's in a division where San Diego Chargers, Phillip Rivers is going to be about done here in the next year or two. They're going to be in a kind of a rebuilding mode over there. You've got the Chiefs who are going to be in a rebuilding mode with their young rookie.
Yes.
With their young rookie, and Denver still defense is getting older by the minute and don't have a quarterback. It's a very winnable situation. Like I said, all the pieces line up for it.
Yes.
I get it. I get the move, but I just think that it's being way oversold. But I know how the media works. I know, and I get it. I'm just saying I get it, but Raider fans just pump the brakes a little bit.
You seem to think that he's bought into this and that he thinks he's more than he is.
I
And
do.
I don't.
Okay. I think he thinks
don't.
he's. Yes, I do think. I think that he thinks of himself more than what I think.
No, I think he
is.
just played to the camera. I think when he gets on that football field,
Yeah.
it's all business.
All right. Well, Knocker, there's a little controversy here before we grab the break here. Again, call the show 626-208-9040. And Knocker, Murph chimes in and says, yeah, it's total Bush League if you end up bunting to break up a no-no.
Okay.
So he just wants to play. He says it's the most Bush League thing ever.
Okay.
All right. So
He's
thank
got you on that
No,
one.
it's bullshit, dude.
Fuck you. You don't care.
No,
huh?
I don't care at all. I don't care whatsoever if you've got to just stick your bat
You just
out
Willie
there.
Mays Hayes.
Yeah,
this
I don't
bitch,
give a
right?
shit, dude. How you get on base, as long as you can to break it up, that's
See,
fine
I just
with
think
me.
after the 7th inning, you got to play it straight up.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, with
if you
the-
want to bunt in the 5th inning, that's still part of the
that.
game. You're still trying to win the game. If
No.
you're bunting after the 7th inning,
that, man.
you're doing it
If I got
strictly.
Jose Altuve up in the 8th inning and you've got a no-no against me, I'm dropping that bitch down the first base line. I dare you, pitcher, to come field it and get me out.
Wow, look at you.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Knock. Well, we're staying with last week with the Raiders. There's some controversy here whether they violated the Rooney Rule. Now, for those who don't know, the Rooney Rule is that I think you have to interview a black quarterback within your first 3.
Black coaching candidate.
Black coaching candidate,
Yes.
which in your first 3 candidates, right?
Right.
Something like that. Well, anyway, they're saying that they violated this, and that's besides the point because I want to get into what the Rooney Rule is, and I think that it's absolute bullshit. And I think that the rule itself insults black people, insults the black race. I think it insults the black race in the fact that, hey, it's almost like a sympathy thing. Like it's insulting the fact that, hey, we're gonna let you interview, but we already know we're gonna hire this guy, but we'll just we'll do it because it'll make you happy. Isn't that more insulting than not saying, hey, we're just not interested?
It can be construed that way, yeah. It very well could be construed that way, that it's just a dog and pony show and that you're going in and it's useless. But on the other hand...
Are you more insulted not being told the truth that you're not, hey, we're not interested, or hey, we'll let you just talk with us for 10 minutes, but really we don't care? What's more insulting to you?
I think the only thing it does... I think it was needed when it was brought in, maybe like affirmative action back in the day. Now I just think it's reverse discrimination, but affirmative action back in the day, it was necessary. And I do believe this rule, when it was implemented, was probably necessary because it was obvious that nobody was considering hiring black coaches. It just wasn't happening.
And you think by making me have a black coach sit in front of me that's going to change my mind whether I want to hire him or not?
I think the fact that you are forced to talk to him
could possibly change your mind? Is that what the whole premise is behind it?
It might not necessarily you as the owner, but maybe your advisors, maybe listening to some of these people who you never would have even thought about entertaining the possibility that he could probably coach. You never would have even had that opportunity. So the fact that you're forced to talk to these people may have opened some doors, and now at this point, I don't think it's necessary because there are black coaches that have been hired. There's black.
I want to hear from ODog. Actually, I want to hear from any of our black listeners out there. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel that the Rooney Rule is kind of...
It's played its hand out, in my opinion.
To me, I think it's an insult. I think it's more of an insult than it is actually help. I think it's insulting the black. Because I do think that everyone should have equal equality. I just think it's an insult.
Well, at this point, it is. At this point, I don't think it's necessary.
Everyone knew the Raiders were going to try John Gruden a week ago. So anybody that came through and interviewed, that's an insult.
But you've had enough black coaches now. They've had a chance to do what they do, and
I'm all for
merit.
it.
On merit, they are getting hired. So I don't think you need to be forced to interview them anymore, because I think on merit, the bottom line now in this culture that has changed, and it has changed, the fact is you want to win. Winning is everything, and it doesn't really matter anymore what color the damn coach is. Can he win me freaking football game? And I think we're at that point.
Let's hope so.
I think when it was implemented, it created where we are now. So I think it was a good thing then, but I don't think it's needed anymore.
All right, guys, when we get back here, let's refresh our drinks, get what you need to do, say hi to the wife and kids real quick, and we get back. Going to talk a little bit of free agency coming up in the NFL. We're going to spy or sell, Knocker. Top 15 free agencies. Going to get into divisional games again. We'll just go over all the spreads, talk about our betting info, give you guys the rundown, give you guys our winners.
Love going over the spread.
Shot of the week, you do, Knocker. Shot of the week coming up. Get those in. Drunk of the week, plenty more on this podcast coming up here when we get back. So stick around, spread the word, as Knocker says.
Spread something. Spread